Today's video is sponsored by Beatrice Muiruri, a true patriot and a Kenyan nationalist at heart. Stand by for debrief in 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, here today's top stories in What in the World segment. Number 1. Legal language is rather interesting. I say this because if Willis Otieno's interpretation of the law is to be adopted, then we might see Ruto removed from power in the year 2026, let alone 2027. Just listen into this.
The second thing I want to say, and I want to invite Kenyans to do for me the math. You know, if you go by our constitution, it provides that a presidential election should be held on the second Tuesday of August of the fifth year.
Yeah.
The fifth year.
After the previous
general elections. The fifth year. The second Tuesday of August of the fifth year. Not after 5 years. It talks of the fifth year. So I want to invite fellow citizens to answer the question, when is the fifth year from the date of the last election? The last general election was held on the 9th of August 2022. Tell me, when is the fifth year? When does the fifth year begin? The fifth year, according to my own summation, begins on the 10th of August 2026.
Next year.
That's when the fifth year begins.
Yes.
That's when it begins. Next year.
Yes.
And when it begins, your constitution, Article 101 and Article 136, tells you that you should hold the presidential elections on the second Tuesday of the fifth year. The first Tuesday is the 11th of August. The second Tuesday is the 18th of August 2026.
That is when basically the next election.
That is when the next elections should be held.
Not
so legacy politicians should stop gaslighting us and plant in our heads to subconsciously accept that the elections should be held in the year 2027. It should not.
But the term is a 5-year term.
There is nowhere in our constitution that says the president shall serve for a 5-year term. That's what I'm telling you. Previously in our constitution, section 9 of the old constitution, had specifically provided that the president shall serve for a 5-year term. That terminology was dropped when we came up with the 2010 constitution. It simply said the president shall hold office until the next one is sworn in. And in terms of the swearing in, it is a consequence of an election, the process of coming up with the next president. And that is what leads us to Article 101 and Article 136 of the Constitution.
May that be the case. We need 4-year presidencies. Irrespective of whether you're a good leader or bad, 5 years is too great a risk for us to end up having another wayward leader. Second story of the day, after watching a gentleman called the Truth Watchdog, I think it is now extremely critical that all logistics companies have CCTV installed at the front and the back of their trucks. Cause wezi wako kila mahali kwa inchi. Si serikali peke yake. Just check out this blatant looting spree.
Ni ajo Kenya, I hope mko fiti. Saa hii gari, hii lori yenye mnaona hapo imesimama hapo ni trailer, ni KDG 390N. KDG 390N number plate. Unachikindera amesimamisha meita, watu wako wamekuja hapo hivi na ka pro box. Wanaiba Maria hawa sebana. Angalia hizo ni madai hapa zinabebwa zikitupwa huko. Yaani wewe umeoda mzigo wako, unaamini madriver wanakuja kufikisha. Wanasimamisha kwa barabara alafu wanakuibia. Hii ni wizi, hata unaweza ona venye wako na hari na uoga. Wanaharakisha kwa sababu wanajua wanafanya makosa. Ndio mwenye akojua na achukua mizigo wenyewe akitupa chini. Na wao wamesikizana na ndere. Alafu comment section mnatukana mwenye ameexpose hii. Nyinyi wapumbavu sana. Wewe pia kuwa tajiri uibiwe. Kwani utakuwa unaibiana watu maisha yako yote?
That's very sad, but then again, kama unaweza nunua lori ya 18 million, why can't you have a dashcam ya 50,000 installed in order to deter such unfaithful servants? Makes no sense, right? Third fell story of the day, yenyewe rais amekosea watu wengi sana kwa hii nchi, to the point that during Easter, I was tagged in a video where there was a church celebration ya Easter, and then in the middle of the celebrations, stima ikaenda, and the people started singing Ruto must go mwizi. Here's a tip. Unajua kanisa, watu huwa wanaomba kufukuza mapepo. And when you hear them saying Ruto must go, I think they've classified him as so. It's very sad, but that's just where the country is. Anywho, guys, do drop me your own comments in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. And in the event you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching from a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.